Welcome, fans. It is the final football Sunday of the year, the final football Sunday of the 2016 football season. Yes, Happy New Year to you and yours heading into 2017. But we got to wrap up this 2016 football season on the Eliminator Sports Network. Last week, we took the Oakland Raiders, and they held on to win 33-25, but a devastating injury to them and their playoff hopes, losing Derek Carr for 6 to 8 weeks, basically until training camp of next year with a fractured fibula. This is the hardest week of the year because all of the games are division games, which makes my rule that I usually have at the beginning of the season moot and pointless. Let's get into these final games and let's close out our year with a winner. Starting with my team, the Ravens, who got eliminated last week, a 2.5-point underdog over the Cincinnati Bengals. Bengals pretty much playing for Marvin Lewis's job, even though he says he's coming back next year. I'm not holding him to it. I think the Ravens will win this one. They'll go to 9-7. Not a good eliminator pick, though. Let's move on. Tennessee Titans, a 2.5-point favorite over the AFC South champion Houston Texans, who will be and will continue to start Tom Savage at quarterback. Pretty much this game would have meant something had Tennessee won, but Tennessee lost, so the game means absolutely nothing. And Houston clinched it last week with a win over Cincinnati. So basically, this is a glorified preseason game. Same with the Browns and Steelers. The Browns will not be winless. They did win their game against San Diego last week. And also the Steelers, a 6.5-point favorite, courtesy of Antonio Brown's, what is now called the Immaculate Extension. Everything in Pittsburgh has to be immaculate. Steelers will win this one. They coming off, of course, the division-clinching AFC North win over my Baltimore Ravens, but it's all good. This game is another glorified preseason game. Steelers will win going away. If you haven't used them as an eliminator pick, this will be definitely a good week to use them. Another hapless, worthless preseason game. NFC East champion Dallas Cowboys, 2.5-point underdog against the EAGLES Eagles. Tony Romo will see some action in this game. Pretty much this is a glorified exhibition game. Eagles will win. Cowboys will be 13-3, get a week off, and get ready to hopefully lose in the division round. Another hapless preseason / regular season game. Buffalo Bills, 3.5-point favorite over the Jets. The Jets seem to be in mutiny mode. They have just been downright awful over the last few weeks. Maybe they're playing for Todd Bowles' job. I think Bowles should get another year to stay on the job. He's not as bad as a coach as he was when he was 10-6 last year, but pretty much the wheels came off the car. Fitzgerald was horrible. The defense stunk. Give Bowles a chance to right the ship, and I think they will. And I think they'll probably go out on a winning note. Rex Ryan is gone anyway as the coach of the Jets at 7-8. I think they'll end up 7-9. Jets will win this game going away. Bears and Vikings. Vikings 5.5-point favorite. And really one of the tough stories of the year. Vikings start out 5-0 and then go 2-9 the rest of the way. So far, 2-8 rest of the way. I think they'll end up being a 500 team. And they'll probably, it's just hard. Seeing what happened to the Vikings this year is kind of sad. You know, they played with their hearts for so many weeks. And then they just finally ran out of gas. The defense ran out of gas. Sam Bradford, who he thought he is, and the Vikings will end up 500. There's a lot of worthless games this week. Let's just be honest. The Jaguars is a 4.5-point underdog against the Colts. Colts will win this one. Let's keep it moving. A game that actually does mean something. Patriots is a 9.5-point favorite over the Dolphins. If the Patriots win, they get home field advantage throughout the AFC playoffs. The Dolphins, they can only go up but one spot if they win and if Kansas City lose. So pretty much the Patriots will win this one. I don't think they'll cover the spread, but they'll win going away. A game with playoff implications. The Kansas City Chiefs is already in, but they need a win and a Raiders loss to clinch the AFC West and a first-round bye, taking on the Chargers, which I'm praying it's not their last game in San Diego, but more than likely it is their last game in San Diego. And I think the Chargers will actually give the San Diego faithful a nice going away present with a win in that one. Chargers will win probably like 20-17. And they're going to be joining their neighbors to the south. Arizona Cardinals taking on the LA Rams. Cardinals a 6.5-point favorite over the Rams. Carson Palmer. A lot of yards, but a lot of inconsistency as well this year. Rams fired Jeff Fisher. Jared Goff, not really a good first year. But overall, the Cardinals will win this one, probably going away 33-20. And how you like your football this year after all them years, Rams? You wish you never got your team back. And this is a game with another over playoff implications. LA Raiders is a 1.5-point underdog over the Denver Broncos. Matt McGloin, as you know, is the starting quarterback of the Raiders. They need this one to clinch the AFC West and to get that week off. I think the Raiders will do it because they really do not want to go down to the 5 seed and have to play probably at Houston next week with a short rest and a short turnaround to play either on probably, more like they'll probably be playing on Saturday because it's Houston. They always play on Saturday on Wild Card Weekend because really nobody wants to see them. So, with that being said, the Raiders will win. Give Matt McGloin a week off to prepare. He get his rest so the Raiders can start their playoff run. It's going to be hard for them to make the Super Bowl without Derek Carr, but I think they will get to the AFC Championship game to take on the New England Patriots at Foxborough. A game with huge playoff implications. New York Giants are already in. The Redskins pretty much winning, you're in. So if the Redskins win, more than likely they'll be in the playoffs because I do not see the Packers-Lions game ending in a tie. So Redskins a 7.5-point favorite, which I'm kind of surprised at the high point spread. Taking on the Giants. Giants pretty much is going to be, they'll probably play their starters for a half. But if it's close, they may play them throughout the game. They figure they can knock their arch rivals out of the playoffs. So with that being said, Redskins win late field goal 24-21. They'll be the 6th seed. Seattle Seahawks 9.5-point favorites over the 49ers. They need to win and to get some help to get the 2 seed. They right now are currently the 4 seed. So they need a win and an Atlanta loss and a Detroit loss, and they'll become the 2 seed, which could be possible. Not likely, but possible. Falcons is playing the Saints, which is the next game up. 6.5-point favorites over the Saints. All the Falcons have to do to clinch the 2 seed is win, and they're the 2 seed. I'd see the Falcons, Matt Ryan, they're too close. It's like the old gospel song goes, you're too close now to turn back. And now the Falcons, they're the NFC South champions. They want that extra week off. Falcons will win. They won't cover, but they win. My eliminator pick for the week is coming up. It is basically the Carolina Panthers and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Buccaneers need a win and a whole lot of help. But I'm taking the Buccaneers because they need this game to win and to win going away and to at least have a shot at the playoffs. But it starts with them winning. That's my eliminator pick for the week. Tampa Bay over Carolina. My eliminator pick of the week. Final game of the 2016 NFL regular season. Green Bay Packers 3.5-point favorite over the Detroit Lions. Aaron Rodgers, when they were 4-6, said we will run the table. This is where the table will run out. The Lions will win this. They have gone through too much. They're, to me, my team of destiny. They will win the NFC South, and the Packers will be eliminated from the playoffs. Sorry, Green Bay. Aaron Rodgers, you just got on your roll maybe a couple little weeks later than you should have. But I'm actually rooting for the Lions. I want to see the Lions get in. Detroit City, that's, they've had their problems over the years. But the one good thing about it is Detroit Lions, they have bounced back from being 0-16 a few years ago. And now they are on the verge of winning the NFC South. Jim Caldwell, a former Ravens coach, offensive coordinator. I think the Lions will win. Going away, Matt Prater, game-winning field goal, 24-21. That's it for 2016. We'll see you fresh and new and with a better-looking video camera for the 2017 football season with all new Eliminator picks. God bless you. Peace.